What is up you guys? My name is Sub-Zero Exabyte, and today, what is that? What in the name of Minecraft happened over here? I am sure I did not do that myself. Who did this? Was it that dude over there? Could it be? I have no idea, but he does look a little bit suspicious, don't you guys think? I believe that he is the one who did it, and he will pay for it. Well, not in dollars, because we don't have dollars here, but I mean something else. If he destroys my house, my property, my home, my love, then I am going to destroy him. I am going to make sure that he will never do this again. Although, my house is destroyed right now, but I just don't want to see him back again here for a very long time. Maybe forever. This house took me decades for me to build. Well, I feel like it took decades. Anyway, it was the only place where I felt home. Now it is gone and I will have to rebuild it all over again. You guys don't see me angry that often, but I can tell you that it is not pleasant to talk to me right now. I can explode any minute. Let's dig a hole here for him so he can think about what he has done. And after that, he will have to face his own TNT problem. Ha ha ha. I am going to give back all of the TNT used on my house. Maybe even a little bit more, because I have the skills to do with TNT whatever I desire to do. I can even build a house completely out of TNT, but I am not going to do that because then I will probably blow up my own house. I am going to cover him up with a few layers of TNT, maybe 2 or 3, or maybe even more, a lot more. I definitely do not want him to survive that. Everyone who does something to me that could potentially hurt my feelings will definitely suffer. There is no chance at all, not even a little bit, that he will survive this explosion. He will be blown back to where he belongs. I don't exactly know where he belongs, but I know that he does not belong here, with me. He belongs somewhere far, far away, in a galaxy. No, I am just kidding, but you guys probably know that I just referred to Star Wars, right? I hope so, because that is basic knowledge. Oh my god. How is it possible that he survived that? Have I not even a single clue? Is he invincible or something like that? I need to try this one more time because I know there was a flaw with the TNT. Some of the TNT is actually harmless, so I fixed it. I think I had chosen the wrong TNT, so that is why it did not work. But now I am prepared. I am ready to blow him out of here. This time it has to work because this TNT does some damage, or well, it does a lot of damage. Look at the beautiful explosion, guys. This is going to get rid of the TNT guy. Ironic, right? I am going to get rid of the TNT guy with TNT. Oh my god. There is so much TNT which is exploding at the moment that I am not even sure if my eyes are going to survive it. Well, I think they are going to survive this because they are just so happy that do not have to see that ugly guy again. He is gone. He is gone and I don't have to worry about him anymore. Now that I have so much TNT, I can experiment with it a little bit. I can try and play with some of my TNT. Making holes is funny, right? But making a huge hole is awesome. Why can't I do that right now? Of course, I can. My test subjects are the creepers, because the creepers are creepy and they are not so very essential for me at the moment. Creepers are unusual mobs. Their creator Notch decided to create a pig, but then something strange happened. As he created the model, there was an accident and the pigs looked absurd. They looked like an armless entity with 4 legs only. Notch was beginning to question what has happened, but he couldn't find any evidence and decided to cease. Notch realized that this thing was a perfect beginning to the world of Minecraft. He decided to recreate these failed pig models and made a new creature, known as a creeper. Notch decided to release them into the world of Minecraft, but as soon as they were released, it became chaos. They enjoyed exploding. Right as the first creepers entered the world, they automatically exploded, causing the world to become ruins. Notch didn't like this idea and caused that creepers never figured out how to explode. When the first humans entered Minecraft and noticed the creepers thought that they were one of Notch's workers and exploded them, leaving nothing behind. The creepers knew that Notch changed their enjoyment to exploding, but they wanted it back. Notch had to change that, but something strange occurred again. It was a huge thunderbolt that broke Notch's connection to the creepers, and they now randomly spawned around the whole world of Minecraft. It was a tragedy, but Notch didn't quit. He messaged all humans that they needed to take a stand to ALL creepers, and they did as he told them. There was a huge battle, known as the Gunpowder Rush, which featured creeper and man to fight to the death, and the humans won, all thanks to the power of the diamonds. Now humans had nothing to fear. The creeper population decreased from 3 million to 98,000. If you encounter a creeper in Minecraft, you won't encounter many. Trust me, maybe you think that you have encountered a lot of creepers, but you are wrong. There used to be so many creepers in the world of Minecraft that you were barely able to walk in the middle of the night. Back in those days, all the Steves in Minecraft were brave. Not like the dude who destroyed my house. He is not brave at all. It is so lovely to destroy the winter environment in Minecraft. I love it when I do that. It makes me happy. It gives me a feeling of freedom. I literally can do whatever I want. I know it is not a good idea to test TNT on the mushrooms because it is very sad, but I am curious to see what happens. Mushrooms spawn on mycelium blocks in Mushroom Island biomes in herds of 4 to 8. They do not spawn in any other biome. If a pair of mushrooms are given wheat, they will breed. A mushroom cannot be bred with a cow. Even one that used to be a mushroom. Feeding wheat to a baby mushroom will speed up its growing time by 10% of the remaining time. Baby mushrooms do not have mushrooms on their backs, but they will appear once it is fully grown. Mushrooms tend to walk around slowly and aimlessly, huffing and moving occasionally. They will avoid dangers such as cliffs, fire or lava, but will make no attempt to stay out of water. That is why I prefer to test on the mushrooms, because they do nothing at all. They are eating the entire day long and just using our oxygen. So maybe it is better if they are just gone. Haha, this looks like a mushroom spleef, guys. You know, Spleef is a competitive minigame played within Minecraft. When playing Spleef, players will destroy blocks below other players, allowing them to fall off the playing field and into a pit. The object of the game is to be the last player on the field. The name is a play on the word grief, as the game involves destroying blocks. Spleef is played on an easily destructible block such as snow, leaves, or TNT, with a pit located under the playing field to collect players when they lose. Players destroy blocks on the platform near or under opponents to cause them to fall, while avoiding falling themselves. Those who fall from the platform lose the round, while the remaining players win. Spleef can be played on teams, in 1v1 scenarios, or with multiple players all against each other. Since Spleef requires the playing field to be easily broken, most arenas use snow or clay blocks as they can be broken relatively quickly. Some basic arenas will use dirt if better materials are not available. Spleef players should be equipped with a shovel to ensure fast block destruction, and walls surrounding the arena are usually made to prevent players from evading gameplay. The walls are often made with hard-to-mine materials, such as cobblestone, brick, obsidian or even bedrock. There is often seating for spectators located on the side of the field so that they can view the players in the arena. There is usually a pit located below the arena with a tunnel or stairway out for losers to exit the arena. On longer drops, arena builders will use water to prevent the losers from taking fall damage, and many stadium builders fill the pit with lava as an intimidating consequence for losing. Often they will provide chests for participants to store their items so they don't lose them if they lose. I don't fill a pit with lava because I don't have lava to use at the moment. Lave can detonate TNT as well, guys. Did you know that? Did you guys know that squids can survive for a few moments out in the open? They normally live in the water, right? But you can spawn them in the open and then they don't die immediately. Squids are always passive towards the player, akin to the other passive mobs found on land. When moving about, the squid's tentacles open and close, giving them an appearance of pushing themselves forward. Squids hover in place when first spun into the world and wander around aimlessly, swimming up and down through each layer. They are not attracted to light, and do not deliberately interact with the player. However, if attacked, squid will attempt to swim away from the player. Squids suffocate if they are beached on land for too long. While on land, they do not move and stay stationary until they suffocate. They can take fall damage and burn like any land mob, but they cannot drown. Squids cannot swim in lava. Even if given a fire resistance potion, they simply pass through the lava and behave as if on land. Squids, unlike land-based mobs, can swim against the current and not get pushed by it. Guardians will attack squids in the same manner as they would a player, even if the squid is affected by invisibility. They are strong animals, but they are kind of useless as well. Unless you need to brew some potions, I believe. But that is not why we are here today. If you ever want to build a squid farm, I can tell you how it works. I tried to build it once because I wanted to begin a brewery. It did work out for a bit. The design takes more time to be built but can achieve a very high ink rate. First of all, you should pick a place far away from seas, rivers, and lakes, To max out the spawning rate, you have to build a chamber between layers 46 and 62, and fill it with water so squid will spawn. To make water push the squid to the bottom, you have to place water sources only in the top layer, and also place solid column blocks, as water will only push if as an adjacent solid block. Underneath the spawning chamber will be a layer of signs that can be traversed by squid but not water. Squid crossing the sign layer will land on a hopper platform, where squid will die either by fall damage or suffocation, and will gather all the resulting ink and send it to chests. Now, for some of you, this might be useless, but you guys, I am Sub, and Sub always likes to share amazing information where other people can benefit from. You know what we haven't tried before? I hope no one has ever tried it. I am going to try it because that is why I am here. I have tested on squids, so I do have to test on sheep as well. The majority of sheep are white, with an 81.836% chance of spawning. The light gray, dark gray, and black sheep have a 5% chance of spawning. Using a spawn egg to get one of these sheep types lies at a reasonable 15%. Brown sheep have an uncommon 3% chance to spawn. Pink sheep have a rare 0.164% chance of naturally spawning. Sheep spawn on grass blocks at the light level of 9 or higher with at least 2 block space above. They often spawn in flocks of 4 during world generation. Sheep act like most passive mobs. They wander around aimlessly, usually avoiding falling off cliffs high enough to cause damage, and usually staying out of water. They can be heard bleeding occasionally. They will try to jump over obstacles 1 block high, which causes strange and somewhat humorous behavior near fences, walls and similar blocks. Sheep will follow a player holding wheat, but will cease following if the player moves more than approximately 5 blocks away from the sheep. Sheep's wool can be dyed by pressing the use key while holding any dye, and can be sheared the same way when holding shears. Sheared sheep cannot be dyed until they grow their wool back. Sheep will eat grass blocks, turning them into dirt and tall grass, destroying them. When they do this, their wool grows back. This means that if there is no grass anywhere, a sheep cannot regain its wool after being sheared. They will retain their wool color if it has been dyed before it was sheared, although the wool patches seen on a sheared sheep will be white regardless of their actual color. However, in the Pocket Edition, they will be dyed accordingly, and the white patches on the face will also be dyed. You know, I know things right. I know a lot of things. There is a secret thing about sheep. If a sheep is named Jeb, its wool will smoothly cycle through all dye colors in a similar manner to prismarine. This is only a visual effect, as when it is sheared, the sheep will drop the same color of wool that it actually is. My name is Jeff. Haha, that vine gives me a good laugh. But I am serious, guys. That should work if you try it. I tried it and it worked. But maybe it worked because I am awesome. I think that is probably true. The animals where I can laugh about the most are the slimes. They are just so cute when they are so little. They are amazing. They just follow you and try to kill you, but they can't. A slime is a hostile mob that spawns deep underground and in swamp biomes. They also spawn in flat worlds, but they barely do any harm. Are they difficult to find? Right? In swamps, slimes may spawn at night between the heights of 50 and 70 provided the light level is 7 or less. They spawn most often on a full moon, and never on a new moon. More precisely, the game checks if the light level is equal to or less than a random integer, from 0 to 7, then if the fraction of the moon that is bright is greater than a random number, from 0 to 1. If these conditions are met and the altitude is acceptable, there is a 50% chance of spawning a slime. So there you know that. Can you learn a lot about TNT, right? I know 1 or 2 things about the creatures of Minecraft because I faced many of them in survival mode. The days when I had to fight for my food and survival. But I did survive it right. Otherwise, oh there you go, I broke the server. I have to go now. And remember, never let anyone bring TNT to your house.